वेलकम टू आईपीएल स्पेशल क्रिकेट प्रेडिक्टर पावर्ड बाय 1x बैट। आज का डिस्कशन काफी इंटरेस्टिंग होने वाला है क्योंकि हम लोग डिस्कस करेंगे यहाँ पर क्वालिफाइंग टीम्स के बारे में। और इस पूरी चर्चा को करने के लिए हमारे साथ दोनों गेस्ट यहाँ मौजूद है स्टूडियो में, जिनका मैं स्वागत करना चाहूंगी। सबसे पहले नोल डेविड, फॉर्मर इंटरनेशनल क्रिकेटर, जो बेस्ट फील्डर इन द कंट्री के नाम से भी जाना जाते हैं। 207 रन बनाए थे उन्होंने आंध्रा के अगेंस्ट। और उसके अलावा नेक्स्ट मैं स्वागत करना चाहूंगी सीएम गौतम का, फॉर्मर इंडियन क्रिकेटर, आईपीएल एंड फर्स्ट क्लास प्लेयर। आप दोनों का स्वागत है आज के प्रोग्राम में।
Thank you, Damni.
Hi, good evening.
Noel, good evening, Gautam. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling
Me?
very
Yes.
good. I'm very happy that RCB
We
have.
both. Yes. See, Gautam is before I can say Gautam is also because we both are much excited to go with the show is because RCB is qualified and SRH, and we
Yes.
both are predicting that SRH and RCB will play the finals.
True that.
I think the prediction has already been done then.
That's why
In the
you see
starting
the show
itself.
is asked us. That's why the show is asked us. One from Bangalore, one from Hyderabad to do the show.
One from Hyderabad, yes. And you're both going to be supporting your own team, your hometown teams, right?
Yeah. And
Absolutely.
when it comes into the final, Gautam will be somewhere, I'll be somewhere.
Okay.
Right.
So let me start with few questions. I have some important questions. Though you have already declared your own favorite teams, but let's go ahead and discuss about some important aspects about the game now. Because IPL has been turned into a different kind of, I should say, celebration for India. I have seen people coming on road, enjoying seeing RCB win day before yesterday, and it was like too much fun for people. They were singing, they were dancing, they were enjoying with this victory. So let me start with the few questions here. Noel, I wish to ask few questions, and I'll start with Noel and then Gautam. You are most welcome to take over. So RCB beats CSK by 27 runs to make the IPL playoff. How was RCB able to pull this off despite having so many permutations working against him? What do you think about it, Noel?
See, the best thing was, the losing the toss favored them. Okay. Why I say so? Because Chennai put them into bat, number one. Okay. Putting into the RCB into bat was a good, uh, for Chennai Super Kings loss also, I can say, because RCB has a solid batting side. Okay. And setting a target is much easier than chasing a target. Okay, when you chase a target in a crucial match, I think that pressure falls onto you. But setting a target in a crucial match becomes easy because when you know that you have a solid batting side lineup with the King Kohli himself, Fab du Plessis, Maxwell, Green, and all these guys, Dinesh Karthik and all. So I think it becomes easy to set a target, and that's what they have done it. And I feel that that came as a blessing in disguise for RCB. And remember, it was the number 18 on that day.
Right.
Everything
Yes.
was 18. Okay. All right. 18 runs, to build that, you have to beat the Chennai Super Kings. 18.1 over, you have to beat Chennai Super Kings. It was 18 on that day. And I think number 18, Virat Kohli day. So I think it was fabulous comeback by RCB.
Yes.
The previous show also, me and Gautam were telling that it was one of a history created by RCB. But if you go to see it down the line, Yash Duel, who bowled that last over, I think it was tremendous seeing him bowling in the last because they needed two balls, 10 runs, and Jadeja was batting. I thought it will be a repeat of last year's finals. It was the same case where in the last over, last year where he hit, some 15 runs in the last over. But I feel that he bowled superbly. He kept his cool. He kept everything under control. He varied the two balls, and that was the end of CSK. And I think hats off to RCB coming from nowhere to somewhere. I think that shows the tremendous confidence what Virat has created among the team. If you see, he was the lone fighter during the initial state of IPL because he was alone, getting runs. And I think, after, as I said, after getting in, after these changes making in the playing 11, I think everything started to go with RCB. Wills Jacks,
Yes.
Karan coming into play, and all these guys. And it's happy to see RCB qualifying. And I have predicted this, and again I will predict it is going to be RCB and SRH.
I just
Gotham, yes,
uh,
please.
on 18th of May, RCB have never lost a game. You know,
There you go.
in all they have never lost a game on the 18th of May, and this time it was all the stars was aligned to like for RCB's favor. And 18 runs, Virat Kohli number is 18, and they had to
Hmm.
chase down in was so everything was in favor of RCB. And adding on to your thing, I think setting up the target was very easy comparatively to chasing because you have to chase down in 18 overs and 12 balls to spare is quite a tough target in T20. Whereas setting a target and winning by 18 runs is much easier. And RCB did it very easily. And the way Virat batted initially on a tough wicket, and the ball was gripping, and he batted beautifully, and he set up the game for RCB. That 48
Right.
runs, what was setting up the match. Like after that, Rajat came and he took over the game, Rajat and Green, and beautifully finished by Maxi and Dinesh Karthik. So everything was in favor of RCB, and they were put under pressure right from ball one. And there was one team who was very desperate to win. That was RCB. It was like clearly
Yes.
shown on the field. The aggression of
Certainly.
Virat, the way he was like hitting the ball, the way he was pumping himself, and it is infectious. End of the day, it rubs on to the other players. So that's what Virat brings on to the table. Like he's done like for 18 years playing for yeah, India and RCB. So I think like it was a great game, and the momentum is with RCB. Going into the playoffs.
Yes. And you have already answered a lot of things, Gotham
I
and
think
Noel. But yes, Noel, please. Please go ahead.
Yeah, I think what Gautam was saying about Virat Kohli. I think that is the key factor. I think Gautam, if you agree with me, Virat's enthusiasm, Virat's eagerness, Virat's really, that showed on the field. That if you see the initial when he was losing, he was depressed, he was left alone. He was in a sort of state of mind where he thought, it's over and done. But later on, when he started to believe everything is going to happen, I think his body language changed. He brought the team together. The bowling started to come into play. Affect everything was, as Gautam said, everything was coming together. And I think it was the D day of the number 18 that day.
Yes, Noel, correctly said. Gautam, I wish to come here. There has been a media frenzy over the fact that RCB players unintentionally didn't shake MS Dhoni's hand after the game. What are your thoughts on this?
See, I think it was not unintentional, because RCB coming from number 10 to like number 4 on the table, obviously they were excited and over the moon. And they didn't do it intentionally because they were celebrating in their own way. And MS couldn't wait. He couldn't wait
Yes.
and it's tough. And people are blowing out of proportion. After the game, you never know. RCB players would have gone and wished him or said hi. And Dhoni is one of the most respectable and loud person in Indian cricket. I don't think so anyone will do that. Usually players would love to go and interact with him and be with him. So I think media is like blowing out of proportion. I think it's like unnecessary topic. We should just like be talking RCB's great game the other night. All these are unwanted controversies. I feel.
Right. Noel, this is a question which must be there in a lot of Indians' head, a lot of cricket players and a lot of cricket lovers' head. So, will MS Dhoni retire or continue for one more season with CSK? What do you think about it? Very important question. I think the important
My,
important question of this whole season. Yes.
see, my smile must have said everything. He's a man. He's a man of himself. He can make his own decisions. I said this before, and I will say it again. He can make his own decisions. Why don't we leave it to him whether he wants to retire? But people in India would love to see him playing. Love to see him
Yes.
playing for another two seasons because I think CSK is just being formed again. It's just getting there, handed over the captaincy to Ruturaj Gaikwad. I think him being there, I think will be a blessing for Ruturaj. He's still, as everyone has said, if you see when they lost in the against RCB. The former players of CSK have come out and saying that it was too early to give it to Rutraj. MS should have led. This is all out of proportion and speculation. Yes, I think Dhoni must have thought the right way. Give it to him. I will play another. Maybe he's thinking to play another 2 seasons so that Rutraj Gaikwad will be fully prepared and take over the
Fine. Yes.
CSK. Like, right? It all depends on MS because he is the decision maker of his life. He has made a lot of good decisions. I think it all because nothing has come out from the CSK support staff or the CEO, Mr. Vishwanath, has not come out and spoken anything in the media about his retirement. So let's keep it there and let's hope that he plays another 2 seasons.
Right,
And
Noel. And yes, Gautam.
knowing Dhoni, don't expect anything till the auctions or the
Yeah.
retirement. And he'll keep guessing, okay, and nothing is going to come out. He's enjoying his Ranchi at the moment. Just now I saw that. So don't expect
as
anything till December.
as as someone has tweeted or someone was saying, with Dhoni you can't predict whether it's in his
Yes.
True,
batting, whether
true.
he has to change the bowling. You can't predict. He just randomly, takes a decision. It seems. So, as Gautam said, let's wait for the auction table.
Gautam, I'll come back to you here. I have another question for RCB this time. So RCB went from bottom of the IPL halfway, uh, through the season to making to the playoff actually. So is this the greatest ever comeback in IPL history? What do you think about it? You have already covered a lot of points, so I want few add-ons to this.
So this is one of the greatest comebacks, because if you look at Mumbai Indians in 2015, even they were in the similar situation, like from there they went on to win the trophy. RCB are right now they're in the eliminator stage in the playoffs. So it's very too early to say that greatest. Even in 2014 when I played for Mumbai Indians, first 5 games we lost and we won next seven
Yeah.
games on the. So I wouldn't say this is the greatest, but one of the greatest. I would say
Yes.
kind of self belief and the motivation they had within the team after losing 7 games in the first 8 games. So I would say like this is one of the thing, and hats off to them the way they played the cricket. And the last 5 6 games have been like truly entertaining seeing RCB play.
Okay, Gautam. So
Gautam,
let's come to Noel now.
Gautam,
Yes,
correct.
Noel.
Yeah, Gautam, correct me if I'm wrong. I think in 2018 or so, Mumbai Indians lost 6 consecutive matches, if I'm not mistaken. Uh,
Correct.
and
You're right.
yeah, yeah, and after that they won the trophy. So
Yeah.
you know,
Initially they don't do well. The second half they start doing well, and that has
yeah,
been USP of Mumbai Indians over the period of
Mum-
time.
yeah, and I think this this is something totally different from what Mumbai Indians have done or anyone. But RCB, I can really say is that they came from nowhere to somewhere. If you see, nothing was going towards them. Everything was against them in the first phase of the IPL. But once they started to click as a team, when everything came together, I think they were a totally different team, unbeatable. So far, they are, and I hope they continue this throughout till the finals, and the finals should be
And
to be watched.
And they're perfect
and
actually. Yes. To
and
be watched.
uh, in May, RCB have never lost. Okay, RR have never won in May. This entire May. So,
Wow.
That's more like
so
an astrological prediction here.
not astrological. It is like and they never won a game in the entire May. I think they are very complacent at the moment. RR.
Okay. Gentlemen, though you have already covered this question in the starting of this program itself, but still I want to ask you, what are your thoughts on the playoff now that they are set? Which game are you most interested in? KKR versus SRH or RR versus RCB? Which one are you interested in? I think Gotham will go with SRH and Noel will go with RCB. So it's already done.
No, I feel both the matches are going to be power pack blockbuster match. Because all the four sides are the topmost sides. Both have powerful batting side. If you say take KKR and RCB, or take SRH, or RR, everyone has a good batting side. Yes, there are few players who are missing from KKR. I think Salt will be missed by KKR. RR will miss Butler. SRH is okay. They will not miss anybody because they have the Aussies and the South Africans. At the same time, RCB will not miss IS, will not miss anybody. They will miss Will Jack. I think, yeah, Will Jack will be missed. Because I loved his batting. I loved his batting, the way he got run. So he'll be missed. Or I think, but even then saying RCB, and SRH, I will be looking forward to.
Okay. Gotham, what are your intakes?
KKR and
Which team you are favoring? Do I know?
I think KKR and SRH game will be like really interesting because their batting is like explosive. Both the teams up the order, and RCB and RR, we know the result. I think RCB will win it one-sided because without Butler, I think 25% of the team is down already with RR, and their
No.
batting is struggling. And apart from Sanju Samson and Riyan Parag, no one is firing for them. So the odds are against RR in that game. And probably I'll be looking forward to SRH and KKR game because SRH has been phenomenal in the entire IPL. They've been like one of the most like entertaining teams, I would say. Because if you look at the power play score, scoring 120 and 130 is not a joke in power play, and they've done it consistently over the period of time. They scored like 280, 270, and yesterday they chased down very easily, like 215. People were saying that they're not a good chasers, and they proved everyone wrong yesterday. So I think
And
SRH would be the team to beat, I feel, SRH and RCB because the momentum is with them and they're playing really good cricket.
and
Yes.
remember
Yes, yes.
and remember, Travis said got 100 in Ahmedabad in the World Cup.
Oh, won the World Cup.
Won the World Cup single-handedly. So things may change.
So with this, let's wind up this program. Noel and Gotham, thank you for joining this program. It was a fun session, actually, I should say. Very, very interesting IPL matches has turned out to be, and we are waiting for RCB and SRH especially for
Yeah,
the
that's
winning section.
that's nice of
Who's
you,
gonna win?
Bhavni.
In the
Yes,
final.
yes, I'm gonna be mentioning it here. Yes, two players supporting two different
I,
teams here. Let's see who's gonna win
I,
today,
I,
like in this IPL season 2024. Yes, no.
finals will be rained off, and it'll be shared. Trophy will be shared.
So both will be happy. Both the
RCB and
players gonna be
SRH
happy.
joint winners.
It's
SRH and
raining very badly.
RCB joint winners.
No, it's raining very badly in Chennai, So there are chances of rain playing.
My predictions.
So with this, gentlemen, let me wind up this program. Thank you for joining this program and sharing all the insights and fun facts about both the teams. And let's hope that both the team gonna win in the same way, like Noel has mentioned. No, runoff. Yes, it should be like shared between both the teams. Okay, jokes apart, we are waiting for a victory. Who's going to make a different history this year? 2024 will be a remarkable year for one team, maybe RCB, one, maybe SRH, or maybe any other team also. So let's hope for the best. And thank you for joining this program and sharing all the important information. Thank you very much.
Thank you,
Thank
Damni.
you. Thank you.